welcome to my channel. Oops, there go all my paint colours. Anxiety Art Adventures has a challenge in her Facebook group currently. Let me quickly tell you. Oh, it's gone. No. It is called Anxiety Art Adventures on Facebook if you would like to join that group. She has an event running at the moment, which is a St. Patrick's Day green challenge. And I thought, oh yeah, it's St. Paddy's, I'm Irish, I'll give it a go. So these are my colour options. You are only allowed to use green, black and white. So I've got all my greens from from my Milos and my One Touch pens. I may use colouring pencils, possibly not. And then I've got black, white, and I've got a blender, depending on how I go. I thought I would keep these in the mug and see how I go with those too. I'm going to use Joanna Basford's World of Flowers book. I picked 2 pictures. I shortlisted this one and not that one. Where did I put that there? Oh, yes. That one and this one. That one might be a little bit too busy. We're going to go with this one. Because I was using predominantly greens, I wanted to have a fairly good colour choice. Now, out of my greens, I will put them into the picture slightly. Let me see what I can fiddle with. Alright, pop them over just a bit to get my sheep out of the way. Alright, so there are some of the greens. I know they're a little bit out of the picture, and then I've got some more over here. They are mostly my Milos. There are a few of the One Touches. I swear my hands aren't big enough for all of these, and I almost need a second mug. So out of my colour range, you've got the mossy greens like these and these. They all say green, so some of them might not look quite green. We've got some yellow green, we've got a pastel green, we've got a green bice. It's B-I-C-E, so I'm going to go with bice, like rice. So I'm not cheating, I'm not trying to cheat. This one is a jade green, it's a very faint green. But all of them either have green in the name or they look like the colour green to me. So that's my colour range. And we're going to see how we go with this. I've got my Milo box next to me. I'm going to stand them up in the Milo box so they're all visible to me. And maybe even easier to put back in to the Milo box. So yeah, it's over here. Now I've got my scrap paper just here for colour swatching, but I'm going to just wing it. So we go maybe for, I'm thinking of these flowers here to start with. I was going to go for something light. Let's see what's in here. So my One Touch is blunt bullet tip, that's the name, and my Milos are brush tips, so it'll be interesting working with the two. That's quite... What on earth is that done? Ooh, that's a little funky. That's giving me a little green bit in the middle. I like that. Okay. So that's going to be these flowers. I thought, what the heck, I'll do my WiPnChat kind of thing with that. I'll see if my computer wakes up. Now, all of these are alcohol markers. That's bringing up the pulp in the paper. So I need to be a bit more careful. I've only done one other piece from this book. I do like Joanna Basford's kind of style. I don't know how much I'm going to go into blending and shading. We'll see how we go. And it may take much longer than I anticipate too, but we'll keep an eye on time. Alright, where are we up to? What's been happening? There's been a bit happening. They don't stack. That's a bit disappointing. Alright, yeah, what has been happening? I worked 6 days in a row last week. I was exhausted by the end of it. I pulled an extra shift on the Sunday last week, just because they needed people to fill in. And I ended up also moving offices that night. So I went into work at 2, did 8 hours, or did 7 hours, and then moved office in the last hour. Because they say that they would give time to move, but I've got so much work to do, I didn't have time to do the office move. So I'm basically moving. We've got, our office is, you know, on one of the floors, and in the middle is this kind of atrium. It's a kind of glass, kind of central opening. I have no idea why it's there, because no light gets into it. But anyway, so I moved from one side of this atrium over the other side and over another little bit again. The only thing I hate about the new office is that the air conditioning sounds like I'm living in the engine room of a ship. It's churning and it's noisy and it's right over my desk. It's usually cold. Apparently if somebody puts a heater on in the office just across the hallway from me, it affects the air conditioning in our office and it makes it freezing cold. That's what they found in the past. This last week though, they've been balancing the air conditioning, so I think it might fix. But once our secondee is gone from the office across the way, I might actually pinch their heater and hide it so that they're not tempted to put the heater on, because it's screwing up the system. It looks like it's privately bought though, so I won't necessarily hide it too much, but get it out of the office where they're going to be heating it. But that's the only bugbear about the room, I suppose. The office is a rectangle, and I like having everything kind of in close proximity to me. We're very much autonomous to a point of how we want our offices set up, so you've got to kind of scrounge for your furniture. So when I left my old office, which was me on my own, I moved into an office that was sharing with somebody else. So I bought across a little desk, which is just a square, ugly square table that had a set of drawers in it, which, you know, I keep my lunch kind of stuff in, just, you know, some stuff. Brought that in, brought in my locker, which holds my work jacket, and brought in my clothes stand, which, you know, I think it held my gym gear. Brought that in, tucked that behind the door. What else did I bring in? I brought in a skinny table. So what I ended up doing was moving the desk. So the desk is an L-shaped desk. Here, let me draw it. The desk is an L-shaped desk. I put in a shelf here, which is not as wide as that. Then I've got the shelf for all my files here. I've got the little table here, and I've got a seat that I've put in here. The door is here, and it opens on a shelf behind them. My locker is here, and my tree is there. Well, my co-office buddy, she has her desk here. And she's got a file cabinet here, the light switch is there, and then she's got a couch here, a bookshelf here, and there's a whopping great table there. Okay, the table might actually be there, and the shelf is here. Right, so that's the wall. Okay, that's our office. So I moved the desk out 30 centimeters, maybe 45. And when people walk in, they're kind of having to dogleg this bit, and the criticisms I'm getting for just moving in. And literally, like, I moved in and it was 10 o'clock at night. I dumped stuff. I haven't had a chance to rearrange stuff to make it look pretty or anything else. I literally just dumped. And the criticism I'm getting with people coming in going, oh, and it's kind of like, well, it's none of your business really. Had a comment then from the boss saying, you know, maybe I should move my desk and all this kind of carry on, and people saying, oh, you've taken over more than half the room. And I'm kind of going, no, hang on a second, the door is in my half of the room. I was just, I was fed up with it after about the fourth comment. Kind of, oh, I'm just coming to check out the new office. And it's kind of like, well, it's none of your business really, piss off. Yeah, so I was a bit jack of it by the end of the day, or the end of the week even, as people were getting used to my space. I'm not colouring these in strictly. I think I'll leave it with the kind of rusticy streak. So yeah, I've got my new space. I will get some free time and make it pretty and hide the crap that was hidden in my old office. Nothing has come into my new space that I didn't have in my old space. It was hidden in my old space, and as I said, it'll get hidden again. But I haven't had a chance. It's like priorities are whatever's going on in work rather than me moving furniture. And my back was sore at the end of it, and thankfully, my lower back, not my top, the usual pain. It's yeah, a different pain. I had given it a niggle when I did the vacuuming on the weekend, and it wasn't happy. And then when I moved the next day, it really wasn't happy, and it was telling me it wasn't happy. So I wasn't going to go and exacerbate it any further than it already was. And yeah, 6 days of work, I was just shattered. And then we've got our automated lights in the house. Like, Google kind of drives it, but it's run by Home Assistant, and my husband had it set so that it would start fading just after 10 o'clock at night, and because he moved it onto a different computer, it stopped doing that. So I don't have my bedtime alarm kind of thing going off telling me it's time for bed. Actually, what I needed, I was thinking of doing this. I was setting an alarm on my phone that said, time for Teddy bye-bye, or whatever the Teletubbies stupid thing is. Yeah, it was that bad that I wasn't getting myself up to go to bed, so I've been having later nights as well. And yeah, I'm paying the price, and my husband probably thinks he's paying the price too. But yes, it's been a busy week. And my early preparation has actually paid off, thankfully. The way I organised my work for Monday, so that's been good. I was able to fine-tune some stuff that then I ended up realising that I didn't need to fine-tune the stuff after all. It was already there, but that's okay. I'm ready, and I don't need to stress about not being ready. So that's work. My old cat is still going. She continues to come out in the mornings and hoe into the food. Not a problem on her. I'm still shocked. Yeah, I haven't had much time to catch up with YouTube. I don't know what's happening in a lot of the groups. I kind of miss that I haven't got into some of the usual chats that I would kind of jump into briefly. Yeah, so I did get to say hi in Wolfpacks, and I get the notification that the live is happening, but yeah, just haven't jumped in for whatever reason. I might have somebody in the office, or I'm making phone calls, and you can't really chat in the live if you're distracted. You know, I just wanted the background noise, so I jumped into Wolfpacks for a few minutes. And then it was lunchtime, and it was all over. I was like, okay, I gotta go to lunch. Now I'm going pretty much by these colours for the large part. I'm not convinced on that one. Maybe this one. I'm looking for the centre. The centre of the flower. And I want it to be darker, but not. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Other news, I got the go-ahead for a new project, which absolutely thrilled me to bits. So I'm a little bit nervous and apprehensive, but it means I can get going on this project. So now I need to start editing like crazy and get this kicked off. But yeah, it's I have been in touch with the oops, that's a bit dry. I've been in touch with the people. Oh, that's very dry. That's disappointing. Been in touch with these people from November. That's too dark. And I finally ended up going over the heads of the standard kind of approach. They give you that option, like if it's urgent, you contact this person. So I contacted this person directly this time, and they said yes, you can have the licensing, and it was like, yay, I can't believe it. It was something that I had on my heart for quite a while. Like I said, it's been in the pipeline since November when I got this idea, and I really hope it works. I hope it blesses people. I hope they enjoy it, and I get to work on my Diamond Art Club, Who You Say I Am, in the process, which is cool because I absolutely love working on my Diamond Art Club. Now I want a very pale, kind of yellowy colour for this. So this project is going to be on Mondays. It will release, well, this video today that I'm recording is probably going to release on Wednesday my time, but it will be Tuesday your time. So the video project will start next week. I'll rejig my my scheduled videos, and I think it will be a Monday rollout, which in the US may still come out on a Sunday evening, which isn't a problem because of the kind of video it is. So it's a start of the week kind of concept. So I hope it's going to be well received. And it's going to be very much, if you don't like it, don't watch the series. If you don't have anything good to say about it, I'm not sure I care. If it's not your cup of tea, yeah, as I said, don't watch it. It's not necessarily going to be for everyone. Some people, well, I don't think it would offend anyone. It's not pointedly at anyone. But, you know, as I say, it might not be your cup of tea, so, yeah. There's other videos that I've got that you might enjoy. Then again, you might enjoy the music that's going to play, and you might enjoy what is going to be spoken. And in the process, you're going to see who you say I am being put together. So, yeah. It was an idea I got long time ago, actually. I think well before November, but I think I was too scared to ask the company for licensing, so I didn't. And then I think as things went on and I grew more comfortable with licensing, and I think I might have uploaded the GitHub challenge and saw how that worked, and just watched people with copyright stuff and watched copyright videos, and, you know, tried to learn how the whole copyright music licensing works and all that kind of stuff. You know, and gone out of the diamond painting community. I've gone into other YouTube kind of community people and seen what they do and stuff. And I know Epidemic Sound is a big sound production company. I could have used something generic, but Who You Say I Am is an image that Mandy Manzano did based on this song, and that's why I wanted to go with it. And yeah, there's nothing commercial in it. That was one of the questions. It's kind of like, you know, if you're going to produce a DVD, and I'm kind of thinking, what? Me do a DVD? You must be joking. Yeah. I hope this is coming out. My picture does look a bit out of focus somewhat. And I know I'm covering over my artwork. This morning we were out, and so yeah, we tested a new hybrid. My husband has had a dream of having a hybrid, and he said he wanted the choice in the engine, and I would get a choice in the colour. So we went out, we bought this. We're having a huge amount of issues with my Jeep. We have a deadline for a big drive at the last quarter of the year, and now we have no confidence that our Jeep would be able to do that. So yeah, the Jeep is on its last legs in our estimation, as in we have no confidence in this beast. So, and neither does the the company that we've been getting them to service is the Jeep service center, and we lost confidence in them too. So yeah, my husband had an issue with the brakes, and the foreman in the service center is kind of going, oh no, it's fine. The mechanic in there's going, no, it's not really fine, but this guy has signed off on it saying, oh, my dad's car, my mum's car does this, the car that we test drove today didn't do this. Anyway, so he's gone back to my lease company saying, no, car's fine, and the lease company have said, he says the car's fine, we're not. I'm comparing my Swiss cheese to my Swiss cheese. That's too dark. Yeah, my company has then turned around and said, we're not going to pay for the part in advance. You're going to have to do something else. And my husband is now going, I don't want to drive the thing. I don't want a catastrophic brake failure because this guy signed off on it. And yeah, so he's not happy. He does most of the driving in it. He takes me to work and then does the running around with kids or whatever he needs to do, picks me up from work and saves me from having to worry about parking or anything else. In our town, we're only 15 minutes away from my job, so it's not a huge trip or anything else. If it was longer, no, he wouldn't be doing anything like that, but we're very lucky that he's at home minding Sophie. So he drops me in and that during the week. And yeah, I don't have that worry and stress. Because parking in the city is expensive now. The cheapest I can get it is an unpredictable free park, first come first serve kind of thing. So you're stressing, am I going to get a park there? If I don't get a park there, where am I going to go? That kind of, I don't want that. And then there's still a walk. So from that point of view, it's not really a tenable kind of thing. The next cheapest from free is $4 a day, which isn't much, granted, but the hills to that park, my knees are no longer happy with hills. I can do the flats forever, but not the hills. So that puts me off doing that. So yeah, that's where we're kind of at with that one. And then the next cheapest would be, I think, $11 a day if you're in for an early bird. I don't get in for an early bird. And, you know, you're talking $60 a week or even more for a paid car park position. So, yeah, that's not really an option. And then it means that he doesn't have a car during the day. So it was a way that worked for both of us. So yeah, nice car, hybrid. Actually really liked it. It's new and the dealership isn't the same dealers that were doing the servicing that was driving us nuts. So it's all kinds of good. Oops. Wrong end. These double-ended markers throw me off. Now I'm going to go really dark on that spot. And maybe on that. Okay. There's the bright one. No, it's not. That's not the bright one. This one's the bright one. Fluorescent green. Okay. No, Oh, yeah. Now, I'm kind of looking forward to my nails. My nails this month are burgundy, with a little bit of a two-tone on one of the feature nails. We had a bit of fun coming up with the colour when I was with my nail tech, because I'm getting my nails done before Paddy's Day. So I will get them green for Paddy's Day. So seeing Laura doing this green challenge was all kinds of fun. So yeah, I don't have my Paddy's Day nails on. There's still 2 and a bit weeks to Paddy's Day. But I've got the time. And I've got good weather outside. It's fantastic drying weather. All the washing got put on today. So all the drying is out. I am going... No, what was that one? Get out, Sophie. No, out. No, get out. She has a thing about playing with my headphones that I've got plugged in behind me. She's also got a thing about not listening. And her comprehension is really, really good. But they're not listening. It's like, oh my god, girl. Please leave. Sophie? Oh. I know we're going to have a fight. Now these, I think, are those funny flowers. I think they're big pink kind of stamens. Or yellow or something in real flowers. But that's okay. It's imaginary. I watched Laura doing her WiPnChat and she was doing a mandala. And that was kind of cool. So... yeah, you can do anything with the project. As I said, Anxiety Art Adventures is the name of the group. Please go check them out if you would like to do a green challenge. There is a hashtag as well. If I remember, I will pop it in at some point during the video. You'll either have seen it already or I'll figure out and put it around here. It might be St. Patrick's Day green or something. Anyway, I'll find it and I'll put it in. It's on one of my other pages. Sophie, go and sit down or I'll turn the TV off.
Sophie. Okay, your choice between TV and TV. See how much TV.
When we took the car out for the test drive, we put her into her car seat, into the test drive car, and there was not a peep at her. Now we were driving the hybrid, so the hybrid goes to 0 noise when you're parked at lights. Still not a peep at her. We didn't have the mirror that we usually have in our car that shows her, but there was not a single sound out of her. Coming back into the city as we were heading back to the car showroom, I said I'll jump out and sit in the back seat just to test what the back row was like, because you know you never know what issues might happen in the back row of a car, because as an adult you rarely ever drive there, so I just wanted to make sure. Oh my god, the leg room, the headroom, the comfort, it was just incredible. And she's just sitting there quite happy, looking wide awake. Just not a peep on her as she's sitting in the car. So yeah, it was funny. So I'm not sure she's had a sleep this morning. So she's now sitting back on the couch. She's watching Emma, the Yellow Wiggle. Apparently my husband's got a thing for her. She's watching Emma the Yellow Wiggle, and I'm expecting her to fall over at any point on the couch and fall asleep. Hopefully that's what she's going to do. But she's being a bit of a stubborn miss. Now I want fairly dark. Yeah, I might do this one. Okay. Okay, brush tip marker. I really enjoy them, but they're not fine. I would almost want an even finer nib on those. They look fine, but when you put them on the paper, they kind of spread. Now I want to be semi-careful and not go into these dots. I have tried with the white gel pen. I honestly, I can't remember who did it. But they put the spots on the top of the toadstools in their painting picture with a gel pen, and I tried doing that in a picture that I was doing, and it didn't work. So I don't know what I was doing that was wrong per se, but I don't want to risk colouring these in and not being able to get the white back. There was something else that I did, and what was it? Oh yeah, I put white into the white dots, and yeah, it didn't seem to actually do anything either. So I don't know if it's the gel pen I have, or just the nature of the beast that, I don't know, maybe it's just a bit weird. Or my understanding of how the white gel pen would work is wrong. Maybe it's the wrong kind of gel pen for this, for, you know, putting a white blob on. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. Now there seem to be lots and lots of collaborations happening at the moment. Have you been catching up on those? Have you been checking out, Rachel has started doing I think it's an Easter DP. Mindy has started doing a chuck-along. Apparently she has completed her Chuck Pinson paintings collections. She put a post up on Facebook, I think this morning, that her Chuck Pinsons were complete, except I sent her a picture from Diamond Art Club showing all the Chuck Pinson work that they've got coming in, including the ones that they made the mistake with Dreamer Designs and lost, but they've only got, Dreamer Designs only have them for a year, and Diamond Art Club will then do, actually, you know what, let's see where we go with the Pearl White. See if this works. This is not a gel pen. Yeah, I'll go with the Pearl White. Okay. So yeah, Chuck's back with the Diamond Art Club stable. He will be exclusive. Dreamer Designs have their legally licensed. I'm not quite sure why they made such a big deal of legally licensed, but anyway, they've got their licensed artwork. And I've ordered a Chuck Pinson, and ultimately I will be doing a comparison when Diamond Art Club bring out the exact same picture, and let's see who's better. There's not an awful lot of confidence in the Dreamer Designs catalogue, let's just call it. There's a fair bit of skepticism. Now here is where I'm going to do something different. So yeah, there's a little bit of skepticism as to how good Dreamer Designs can possibly be this time around, and I didn't get a 1.0 because there was so much criticism the first time around. So I've got one coming on the way. I am disgusted with the price. I'm not going to be going back to them again in a hurry unless they are absolutely magnificent. So we'll see how we go. But that's on the way. That's really dark. I'm after something really light. Is that... What, did I just use that one? I feel like I just used that one. No, I don't want fluoro. I want something... It's not the same. Okay, and then I will blend. So yeah, that will be one to colorless blender to stay posted on. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to receiving it. But yeah, I don't think it will be the hot commodity that they might think they are. I watched, no, what is she, Lovecraft Forever, Natalia, do her promo on them. And to be honest, the way she was talking, I actually wondered if it was her company. I don't know the background. I did do some looking, and her name is not on the About Us. It's supposed to be white pearl. It looks yellow. Okay. Alright, let's go to the center. So yeah, I wondered if it was Natalia's company, Dreamer Designs, the way she was talking. I think she may just be an ambassador. Yeah. But the extras look okay. It's probably the exact same kind of thing that I ended up getting diamond dots for. No, it might be a bit too dark. Vivid. That's quite dark, but not so bad. Let's try this one. No, too blue. Try pale green. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to, hey, what is it? The recyclable canvas bag, which isn't canvas, it's the perforated kind of plastic stuff that feels kind of cloth-like. It's a polyester kind of thing. Anyway, looking forward to that. Looking forward to the, I think it's a cloth toolkit bag. It's going to be pretty enough. The toolkit, oh dang it, I've got a green there, I can't remember what I used. They've got the toolkit bag, they've got the toolkits that come with like a pair for when you want to diamond paint with your friend. I don't put diamond paint with my friends, so there's a double toolkit that's really going to waste. There's the double squishy. What else have they got? They've got the double wax in the tub. That's going to be nice. I do like how Diamond Dots have done the wax. I think those little containers are pretty cool. Not that I use the wax, but I like the containers. I like the toys. What else? I think that might be kind of it. I'm really dubious, and I know it's really early. I'm dubious that the image looking at the Dreamer Designs website, they've got the picture, Chuck Pinson's picture, and then they've got the Dreamer Designs diamond painting. Okay, so you've got the render of the mock-up, and then you've got the image, and it jumps between the two. And the colors change quite dramatically on the mock-up. Didn't like some of the colors, but I do like the picture, and as I say, ultimately it's going to be compared. It shouldn't be an unfair comparison, because Chuck Pinson is Chuck Pinson, you know. You're comparing, yeah, how are Diamond Art Club going to do it that's going to give the whole, is this Chuck's artwork? You know, is this the usual way that they will do Chuck? And how it's going to look. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Diamond Art Club bring the same painting out. That will be very, very interesting. I did like the Elysium Bridge. It's certainly better than the first time around, but I still think they're getting the colors kind of wrong from the image, and I don't know why. It's like they've got deer, I think, in this image. I can't. There was a couple of them, but I was looking at the two Chuck Pinsons that I particularly liked. They've got the deer in the image, and they've kind of gone from brown to orange, that kind of scenario. I don't know why they've ended up changing the color quite so drastically. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning behind that is. And I don't think Diamond Art Club would necessarily do that themselves if they're rendering it. Now, I don't know that when it does come to Diamond Art Club doing it, that they're going to look at the Dreamer Designs pictures and go, what are their pictures like and how do we make them different? I think they're just going to go here to the artist and say, render this into a diamond painting, and they're going to have their staff members do it as they would always do it. I don't think they're going to be going, you have to make this different from your Dreamer Designs so that we don't get criticized for the same kind of effort. I think their effort is probably going to be just better, hands down. I think, having looked at Mrs. Coffey's, what does she have? She had the two images. She had the hand computer generated, and she had the hand generated. And looking at the two of them, I think the people in Diamond Art Club who do the rendering are really, really cool. Alright, I am done with colours. Now, I got pebbles. So I'm going to give the pebbles a bit of a look-see. I've only ever watched Stitcherista use these. As always, I will say from the beginning, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I've got these four in the chalk. Let me get rid of dust on the holder. So in these pebbles, you've got 30 colours, bright shades. This comes with it, with a little clamp, and you've got your different size balls. So you've got large and small. Good lord, get out. So you've got large and small, they're both going to be distinctive colours, and then you've got the big one for the big background. So we will clamp. Does it give me instructions? Right. They're soft, smooth, easy to blend. Apply chalk with ease using the applicator on reusable pom-poms. Convenient tin keeps them covered. Perfect for scrapbooking, blah blah. Shade and highlight your paper projects with chalk for added dimension. Experiment by applying chalk into coordinating and contrasting paper using a variety of shades. Add more than one layer of chalk for rich, intense colour. And use a light touch for a softer look. Blend chalks together. Come up with your own customised blah blah. Use stencils. Create non-glossy, shade an area and erase an image into it. Oops. Right. That's why you keep your guard on. Alright. So, let's put you all back where you should be. Chalk pastels, if that's what these are as well, are touchy little beasties. Can be really, really soft. These are really, really soft. I much prefer oil in some instances. Sometimes with the chalk pastels you need to have a sealant. I remember from art days. Get out, Sophie. That's not for you. Go. You have to get a sealant and spray it so that it doesn't rub off onto everything. I don't have the sealant, so I'm just gonna wing it. This is interesting. Okay. I could have done it before the colouring. Okay, now I've got to think. Some of this heavy and go into more subtle. That's what I used to do back in the day, was do the smudging with my fingers. So this kind of avoids the whole raw finger getting involved. Alright, now that's that colour. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Alright. I'm going to use this big one. I'm going to use bubbles off and just use this light green. And that's going to be closer to these. And I'm just going to go with the heavy on the corners. Yeah. So I don't want to go over all of the marker because it's going to change some of the inner colours. And I'm aware my strokes are visible. But I'm hoping this is going to be pale enough through the center that it's just going to be like a hint, little hint, and take away that yellowy cream of the paper. And why I'm doing the strokes in 2 different directions is to take away some of that stroke intensity. Okay, so I'll go back to my corners, and I will go for the big pom-pom for this one. I was using that one. Says green or yellow flowers are actually a green. They look yellow. It's on the more yellow side of the blue-green. Now that side got a bit too heavy, but that's okay. First time I use pebbles. Oh, and now I need to... Alright. I need to sign. Oops. Close the teeth before I push it in. Alright. Tissue, tissue, tissue. Sophie, stop it! Some of the charcoal dust has spread. Now, pom-pom. Okay. Now, and then they come with this little guard that keeps all of them in. Lid goes on, closes, and done. Alright, so I'm going to put this tissue actually in it, because it's just got chalk on it, and it's just used to kind of clean up things. I could actually smear all of it with cloth. Now I need, what do I need? I really need a super fine pen. I'm worried about using my black Sharpie in the, it says it's fine. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'll take a photo. I think it's done. What do you think? Let me see if I can get it to focus any better. So I've got the yellow kind of berries, so yellow flowers in the corners. That's kind of cool. It actually looks different color tones in real life. These all together look quite pale though. That's, maybe I will do some darkening in the center. What have I got? Yeah. It's a little bit darker than I maybe wanted initially, but I think they need something. And where is my blender? because it's nice and fresh. Just want to wash it a bit, not too much. And we are done. Let that dry. Oh, and the other one with a smidge in the center. That's better. And again, just to pull it that tiny bit beyond where I put the heavy color down. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Happier with that. And I think I will do the same right down here. We done? We done. Alright, I'll take a photo because it'll be nice and crisp. I'll put it into my post-editing and you get to see it. But there you go. My green challenge for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, that was a little bit of fun. And you got to catch up on some of my news and yeah. Okay, so new project, keep an eye out for that on the video on my channel. Colouring is not something I'm necessarily going to do an awful lot of. I certainly enjoyed doing it today. Brought you along on the ride, helped catch up with some news at the same time. I hope you had grabbed whatever you were working on and enjoyed doing that with me. And yeah, just listening as you worked. The whole point of my WiPnChats, I guess, are I work and talk and you get to work on whatever you're doing. It's not necessarily about always staring and watching. So yeah, I love that. That's really, really cool. So yeah, this again is World of Flowers by Joanna Basford. You can get it off Amazon, and I will try and remember to put the link in for that in my description as well. Some of the dust. But yeah, I think I will get a seal. It does leak through, so please make sure that if you do, you use the background. And because I'm using marker on this book, it's a double-sided book, I'm going to lose either the second image or might have to do some funky rendering in the background. And yeah, these center things are not quite as yellow as I would like. And I will, where is my fluorescent yellow, fluorescent green, sorry, fluorescent green, give them a slight touch. I'm going to have to stop because I'm just going to keep fiddling if I don't. Once it got it done, yeah, I'm going to it's art. I know we could always do touch-ups and everything else. Yep. Alright, I've got to stop. I have to put away the markers. Alright, thank you for joining me. If you have enjoyed this, you enjoyed my prattle, because you're going to get all kinds of subject matter in front of you on the camera. If you've enjoyed my WiPnChat with the colouring, please click like, subscribe, so that, ring the bell if you would like the notifications, so you don't miss out. And I will try and not touch this anymore. These are kind of annoying me. They're a little bit too defined. I might see if I can get something to blend them a bit better. But I might just have to be dissatisfied with them. You're kind of thinking maybe putting in some low lights here too. Oh, this is terrible. They're almost like the aloes. Need to stop. Need to stop. Need to stop. Alright. Bye! I'll see you around on the tubes. Thank you for watching and thank you for joining me. Bye for now.